The first quarter from Princes Park. The ground firm in the middle, but very heavy towards the wings, and there's a free kick going Carlton's way at the bounce to Justin Madden. North Melbourne having too many players in the square. Comes down to Dorotich, who looks for a free kick on the shoulder. Chandler farms out the hand pass to Crocker, one of only two North Melbourne players in long sleeves. The mark taken by Roberts on the outer side. After the rain we had last night, the ground could certainly be a lot worse. That's out of bounds. It's also a free kick going North Melbourne's way to Donald McDonald, which he will take on the left centre wing. One of the veterans now on the North Melbourne side, a pretty young combination. Madden gets the front position. The ball socket further forward, a chance for Allison. And he'll pick the ball up cleanly. Snapshot well smothered. Chance for Gleeson. Ball spills free. And the umpire, I think, Darui, a late inclusion on the side. He replaced Tom Alban. And it will be a ball up. I was almost tempted, Peter McKenna, to say a bounce, but I don't think they'll be bouncing it too much around here today.
And I see Crocker moving up the ground. Frank Gumbleton, the runner for North.
Chance for the Roos again. Schwass does some good shepherding. Could be able to gain possession himself. Sockers the ball further forward. A little bit too far forward, though, for Anthony Rock. And we'll see a throw in about 40 metres from goal.
What they did, they moved Craig Scholl down to the back pocket onto Peter Satori, and they've moved Crocker up the ground. We'll pick up where he's playing in a moment. Well, he's up around the centre of the ground here. Oh, Gallagher over the top. The Staritsky was good play. One-on-one contest up in the pocket. Players race after it, but it beats the players over the line. One of them being David Kernahan. Ball in the forward pocket. North Melbourne's forward pocket. Carlton members into the ground. Justin Madden caught behind Gallagher. Oh, Gallagher doing well in some of these hit-outs at the moment. It's socket off the ground across the face. Difficult conditions for the players. You could see that stop in the mud patch. Sexton to Bradley to centre wing, and Larkin read it well. Now, Matty Larkin goes short towards half forward. Spargo sets inside, and that's a free kick or a mark. Play on. The umpire's paying the advantage to Rock. Rock kicks it up in front of goal. Here's Longmire, was touched off the boot. He gets in a hand pass. There's a kick around the corner by Delina. Is this a goal? Yes, it is. So a great start to North Melbourne. Very, very good team play.
Now, there might be a report here. Peter Cameron going back to Spargo. And I would say it is almost odds on that a report was made from that incident. We can't bring you a replay if there was a report. But I would think it would be a pretty fair bet that could be a booking. Back into the centre. Great snapshot by Carl Delina, getting North Melbourne's first goal on the board. Gallagher, after the tap down, came from Spargo. Allison, will he go off the ground? Longmire gives him backup support. Longmire only getting the one goal last week. Out it comes to Delina again. Reynolds. Phillips gives the hand pass away. The Carlton defence working overtime. Picked up by Sexton, who kicks to Ratton. Can't take the mark. Larkin, pressured, taps the ball wide. Spargo again, off the ground, Gleeson. And the mark taken by Justin Madden on left centre wing for Carlton. Goes inboard with the kick. Hawker over to Bradley, inside the square. Bradley pops it up high. Carlton looking for a mark. The ball punched into the open spaces. Fotier back to Hawker. Into the goal square. Martin applying pressure. Might get a free kick. Ball tapped further forward, and Peter Cameron will bring it back. It's against Dorotich.
Great play by Martin. He always plays in front, Pete, and that's why he's such a good fullback.
Well, we saw that the last time I saw the Roos against, I think it was Richmond. He did a good job on Keys, and he subsequently got dropped the next week. And there he is again. Martin, clearing kick to the members' side.
Yes, lovely kick too. He's found Gallagher. He's had a great start to this game against his old club. That'll be a highlight of the game, Gallagher versus Madden. Here's Schwass. Wayne Schwass has had a couple of outstanding games this year. His form can be a little bit up and down at times. Beautiful kick though to the half-forward line. The players fly for it. North Melbourne doing well at ground level. Here's Delina, who's in everything at the moment. Chip pass, Staritsky marks. Half-forward flank. Members side of the ground. And North already looking good at ground level. Staritsky looking for Longmire, who's caught behind. Phillips. Smothered off the boot. Kicked away by McDonald. And it's out of bounds on the full. penalty kick to be taken either by Verbeek or Bradley. In fact, it's been relayed back to Bradley.
Who averages 26.7 possessions a match and has done this year. And nearly 19 kicks. So he'll be one of the players that Carlton will be looking for a good game. The flyer was Schwass. Gleeson on the ground, paddles it forward or half forward. Really get it into the open spaces that he was looking for. And we'll see another ball up. Fine conditions today, but some very heavy rain in Melbourne last night. And consequently, the ground rather heavy around the flanks. Knocked down by Gallagher again. Schwass hits the ball towards the boundary line, and we'll see a throw in the middle of the interchange area.
And not surprisingly, Pete, Ian Fairley, the big job on Steve Kernahan, and Martin playing his normal position at fullback.
And those two duels we'll be keeping an eye on during the course of the afternoon. That's out of bounds again. Carlton gaining some 25 metres. And another throw in.
It'll be interesting to see Brett Ratton, number 7 for Carlton, is actually shadowing Larkin everywhere he goes.
This ground, of course, a couple of years back was very heavy. It's no longer one of the good wet weather grounds. Bradley off the ground in front of his teammate Glenn Hawker. Crocker. Roberts racing for it. The new look, Mark Roberts, of course. I think they now call him Esky. He was previously known as the refrigerator. He's lost a lot of weight. McDonald, maybe too far out to score. This is about the position years ago that Malcolm Blight put through a torpedo punt to win the game after the final siren.
One of the great kicks of all time, but much better conditions than what we're experiencing today.
True. And if McDonald has those thoughts in his mind as he comes in to kick at goal. He won't quite make the distance. And the mark taken down there on the last line of defence for Carlton by David Glasgow. Dean it is, rather. Ball fisted down. Oh, Rocker dragged off it by Ratton. Didn't have the ball and must get the free kick. Gets it moving quickly. And Dean again takes the mark. One of the, well, you'd call him the more dour defenders, Pete, wouldn't you, in the game?
Oh, great player, Peter Dean. Very rarely plays a bad game. Here's Phillips receiving. Andrew Phillips out wide. Glenn Hawker, well, he waited for that one and allows his North Melbourne opponent in. This is Peter German. Been in outstanding form, Peter German. To centre wing, Crocker running back with the flight of the ball. The ball spills loose and in fact bounces over the line. North Melbourne lead, the only score of the game, a goal, and that was kicked by Carl Delina, the former Fitzroy player. Here's Madden and Gallagher. Gallagher hits it down with the left hand. Hawker, quick kick to half forward. Oh, free kick, yes, in the back. And this is Jeff Chandler. Halfway between the half-back line and centre wing. Chandler will take this kick. Now he's kicking long to half forward, some pushing and shoving going on. McDonald gets it to Rock. Oh, he's unloaded from all directions. Sock it off the ground to the half-forward line for Carlton. This is Phillips racing after it. Ooh, strong work behind too. Phillips gets in a hand pass. Fotia. Martin at the back. Gorotich at the front. That's a good, strong mark from Gorotich. He plays on from 50 metres on the left foot, brings it up in front of goal. Satori and Scholl. Scholl punches the ball away. He's got backup support from Schwass. All loose men for North everywhere at the moment. Here's Spargo. Back to Schwass. They're doing well on the ground. Allison, is that a free kick? He was held. And no doubt about that, the umpire's doing a good job. Adrian Bassett was hanging on to Brett Allison. Now the lead is on from McDonald. Allison kicks it, and McDonald, that is a good mark. Difficult mark. He's looking for Longmire to lead all the... Well, that was a dummy lead, that. And that allows Rock to come in and take the pass. He pretended then, Pete, that he was going to kick it to Longmire. That was good thinking because Longmire was covered.
Good thinking if he kicks the goal. He's not on a very good angle, though, is he?
No. Little Rock, real gutsy little rover. One of the flat tops.
Well, if he's called Little Rock, maybe they could nickname him Arkansas. That's where it is.
But he'll kick from 40 metres on a very acute angle. He kicks it up in front of goal. They need someone to take a mark. It's thumped the ground. The North players swoop in after it. Here's Crocker trying to knock it on. Good play, Darren Crocker. Delina for his second shot at goal. Is it his second goal? Let's have a look. He's missed.
A good tap on, wasn't it? Excellent tap on, and Carl Delina went within about a foot of kicking his second goal, but he does have the entire score of the match so far. David Kernahan kicks in. Carlton defence has been under a little bit of pressure so far. This is DeRuy. As I said previously, a late inclusion in the side, replacing Tom Alvin. Ratton. Gleeson. Gleeson from inside the square. Dorotich or Kernahan will be the target. Phillips roves it well. Good shepherd by Dorotich. Scholl applies the tackle. Carlton may still get out of this. Phillips again racing forward with Scholl right on the boundary line. He needs support. He gets it through the agency of Bradley. And Bradley's kick, I think, might be just a little bit too near the boundary line. It is, and we'll see a throw in about 5 metres from the behind post. Carlton yet to score, and we have 15.25 minutes remaining in the first term. And it comes to Gleeson. Phillips again. Hawker gets the hand pass away. Madden. Ball touched off the boot. Gleeson playing on, runs through Spargo. Ball comes out to the 50-metre line. Bradley, dropped it when tackled. And the umpire says free kick going Carlton's way. Interesting one.
He might have handballed it. He just got in a quick hand pass before he was tackled.
Goes for the short one, and Adrian Gleeson doesn't let him down. But a very heavy part of the ground, this. If he can get some good footing, which he's trying to do, he's making the angle worse, but he's getting out of one of the mud patches down there. Gleeson goes in short. Not a good pass to Dorotich. And a good mark has been taken by Darren Steele.
He was held by one arm and he marked it with the left.
Son of Des Steele, who used to play for Collingwood. Madden marks at left half forward. Bradley. Kick dropping short, as many of them will this afternoon. Off the ground from Chandler, and that's out of bounds about 50 metres from goal.
Well, Carlton won the toss and are kicking to the left of screen, and I'd say slight breeze favouring their end. Certainly best to get on the opposite side of the ground to where the ball is now, and coming through that flank.
Oh, he's giving
now
that
that's
out
out
on
the fall. And it'll go the way of Carlton, and it will go to Dominic Fotier, South Australian. Brings it up in front of goal. Two Carlton players here. They should mark this. And Martin saying he was shepherded out, but they had a two-pronged attack then. One was Dorotich, the other was Satori, and Satori took the easy mark. Peter Cameron giving some strong instructions there to the players who are close to the mark. Peter Satori for Carlton's first goal of the game. Almost directly in front from 40 metres. Nice kicking style. That's a beautiful kick right through the middle.
So Satori's first, Carlton's first score. The Blues 1 goal, North Melbourne 1-1 at Princes Park.
Well, I don't think Wayne Schimmel should be too happy with that, because Satori actually marked that unopposed, because Dorotich was wrestling with Michael Martin. Now, I don't know where Craig Scholl got to, because Satori actually marked unopposed in the finish.
Satori and Delina, the goal kickers in the match. Carl Delina has kicked 1-1 actually. Madden's hand pass effective. Back it comes to Hawker. The hand pass then coming from Glascott down towards full forward again. So the North defence working overtime, and this time it's Craig Scholl who does the tidying up work. German on the outer wing. Short pass, not a good one. Carlton through Ratton now from a quick kick out on the centre wing position. Chandler will get the free kick against Fotier. Jeff Chandler, whose nickname is Movies for obvious enough reasons. Crocker, front position. Hawker. Dean. Big pack of players in the marking contest. And Fairley, gets met solidly by Kernahan. That'll be downfield.
Down the ground.
Not too far down the ground. It wasn't really a long kick. Staritsky. Kicks to centre wing. Rock, the left half forward flank it is now. Kicks around Dean. Out comes Longmire. Could have almost got a free kick there. He was grabbed. The umpire, who in this instance is Peter Cameron, has now decided on a bounce about 35 metres out from North Melbourne's goal.
The North are actually doing pretty well at the moment, because I'm sure both sides would rather be kicking to the left of screen. That was Ratton to the half-back line, and Phillips. Phillips taps it on. That was good play. Socket off the ground. Right down to the half-forward line. Fotier playing in front. Tapped it back beautifully. That was good play. as Gleeson goes forward, and that's a mark to Satori, leading out well in front of Craig Scholl. And that was very, very good team play. Glascott was instrumental in that as well, and Gleeson goes over to let him know it too. Peter Satori for his second goal. He's normally a pretty good kick. He stabs, and it's Carlton's second goal on the board.
2 goals to Sartori. Carlton hits the lead. 2 goals, 12 points. North Melbourne 1-1-7.
Well, that was excellent teamwork by Carlton all the way from the half-back line. Started off with a beautiful kick off the ground. It must have travelled about 50 metres, and then a lovely little tap out there. And involved in that was Glascott, Ratton. Very good team play. Carlton by 5 points. Now, who encroached? That's the second time North Melbourne have encroached into that centre square, and that's an easy kick given to Madden. And Wayne Schimmelbusch will be ropeable about that. Now, Martin at the back, and back-up support from Fairley. This is Chandler looking for German. Or strong work out there by Crocker. Allows Rock to come in. The chip passes a shocker. Straight to Deruli. Deruli's on centre wing. Vital game, this one. 2 sides with chances to make the final 6. Kernahan has it punched away by Fairley. Larkin running into trouble, and he's caught red hot and has been pinned for holding the ball. Will be a free kick to Carlton at half forward, and the kick will be taken by Hawker, and I don't think he's too happy, Matty Larkin. I think he took on the pack, so probably pretty fair. Once you get it, you've got to make some attempt to handball. If you take on the pack and get caught, you're gone. Glenn Hawker, former Essendon player, and another normally pretty accurate kick from directly in front. Floats it in. Carlton's third goal on the board.
3 goals to Carlton. The first one to Glenn Hawker. Carlton 3 goals. North Melbourne 1-1 at Princes Park.
Matty Larkin out at centre half forward. Tried to take on the pack of Carlton players coming towards him and was caught red-handed. And umpire Peter Cameron pinged him for holding the ball. So good comeback this by Carlton after North dominated the first few minutes of play.
The wrestle almost on the outer side. 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Carlton by 11 points after 3 quick goals. 2 to Sartori, and the last one coming by Glenn Hawker. Madden tries to kick it out of the pack. Finally at Sexton, who gets the quick kick. Phillips racing for it. I think he might have almost gone off the ground there. Good tackle or block applied by Donald McDonald. That dispossessed the Carlton player. Chance for the Roos. This time Larkin kicks the ball quickly, but it's all the Blues. Dean. Gee, that punt on the ground's pretty heavy, isn't it? Kernahan playing at the back of Fairley. Hawker dishes it out. Bradley. Gleeson. A quick kick into space in the left forward pocket. A chance for the veteran David Glascott, who kicks right across goal. Might be to Carlton's advantage. Oh, chances here. Failure off the ground. And he's put it through for only 1 behind. So a point to Carlton. They're first behind. 3 goals, 1. And they lead North Melbourne 1 goal, 1. A pretty good opening here at Princes Park. Kernahan at the back. This time a clean possession over Spargo. Maybe too far out to score. And he goes along with that centering kick, but it'll come back, and there's 50 metres. So it'll be a gimme. Rowan Saws indicating where the mark is.
I don't know where Ian Fairley got to then, because Kernahan actually marked that over the top of Spargo, and Ian Fairley not to be seen.
So this will be a gimme goal. Steve Kernahan puts it through for his first. And Carlton storm further ahead. The Blues 4 goals, 1-25. North Melbourne 1-1-7 at Princes Park.
Yes, and obviously Paul Spargo must have run over the mark on that occasion for that 50-metre penalty, and a few little undisciplined things. Now that running over the mark, and twice
2
the free kicks
yep.
at the centre bounce, which is unforgivable, because
especially in a small ground like this.
And the ball goes 50 metres the opposite way, and when centre breaks are so important in modern day football.
So Steve Kernahan bringing up his 30th goal for the year. 30 goals, 28. And his average this year is 2 goals, 2. taken 95 marks at an average of 7.3.
The Blues lead. They lead by 18 points, so, well, a vital time coming up. 8 minutes of play left in the first quarter, and North would want to hang on here because 3 or 4 more goals to Carlton in this quarter would be very, very difficult for North. Madden versus Gallagher. The long arms of Madden get it down. Crocker tried to get his boot to it. Now it's Peter German to the half-forward line. Allison at the back. Oh, that's a good mark. Very, very strong mark by Mark Roberts. He's an improved player. Longmire's trying to lead. The short one is on. Out comes Longmire. Oh, they've only got one really forward to look for up there at the moment. That's Rennett's. Beautiful kick. A 70-metre kick finds Bradley. Great play. Bradley in turn, he kicks at 55. Kernahan at the back, fairly at the front. He's Scholl. The ball knocked out of his hands, kicked away by Chandler. Peter German.
Oh, fight behind play. Scholl and Fodia.
Well, it's on and the ball's gone further afield. Umpire Peter Cameron will come in and bounce it, but Scholl and Fodia are still having the wrestle behind the play. Oh, Mick Martin came in, and now Dorotich and Kernahan are in it.
You know, in ice hockey, Pete, there's a rule. If a player comes in when there's a one-on-one blue, he goes out, and Dorotich would have been the one to go out then. Could be brought in here, I reckon. No need for that. Now it comes to centre wing. The fight has to stop. Picked up by Gallagher and gets it back to Stawitsky. He wasn't going very far either. Madden finally. Bradley. And the Blues get moving once more. Socket off the ground by Glenn Hawker. Well played. Will he do it again? Yes, he will. This time centering kick. Kernahan the target in front of Fairley. Scoops it up. Could have almost been a throw. Fodia kicks it goal and gets it. Well, an interesting sort of a hand pass as Carlton go further ahead. 5-1-31. North Melbourne 1-1-7.
Yes, great start by the Blues. They lead by 4, and good play by Kernahan to scoop that out. And well, touch and go whether it was a legitimate hand pass, but
the umpire said it was, so
Fodia, that's
we'll have
the
to
main
agree.
thing, and Fodia a very quick kick and put it through for a handy goal, and they're looking pretty good, Carlton. The Blues by 4 goals. Gallagher taps it down, grabbed by Glasgow. Glasgow to the half-forward line. Kernahan in front. Ooh, was dragged high. Umpire calls play on. Dorotich gets it further across to Rennett's. It's his wrist. That was a good chance to nail North again. 5-2 Carlton, North Melbourne 1-1. The short one, oh, dangerous. It comes off to Mick Martin. Martin to the half-forward line and Mark Roberts. Couldn't take the mark. This is Gleeson. Looking good, the Blues. Gleeson to the half-forward line and Martin takes a good mark. He's playing well. Goes for a hand pass and gives it to Stawitsky. Oh, he was caught high.
And then he had his head taken off. And umpire Rowan Saws plays the advantage rule. Steele takes advantage of that and kicks up to Crocker. North need a couple of goals. It's not a strong breeze. Carlton lead 5-1 to 1-1. Longmire, one out. David Kernahan did well. McDonald, long kick at goal. Going close, but drifting across to the near side and only one behind. So he's only the second North Melbourne player to score. Carl Delina has kicked 1-1 out of North Melbourne's tally of 1-2. The Blues trailing by 4 straight goals. I don't think it's a 4-goal breeze though. The beat kicks in. Dean again. In his own defensive 50-metre line. Bradley. Carlton's smaller men doing well so far. Hand pass comes out to Fodia from Bassett. Marking contest. Dorotich at the back. Scholl gets the hand pass away to Steele. Steele's kick towards the 50-metre line again. Madden and Larkin do some shepherding and bumping off the ball. Bradley takes possession. 2 Carlton players are there. Dorotich, strong grab in front. Rather enigmatic player, John Dorotich. He can burn for a quarter and a half and then you don't see him for the rest of the match. But Pete, he really did take that mark well with his guts.
Did. And Bradley has had 9 kicks and 4 handballs already in this quarter.
Well, we thought around the ground North might have the advantage, but it's Carlton's on-ballers who are doing better so far. John Dorotich would appear wearing the scars of battle. That was a good mark. His first goal and Carlton's 6th. Directly in front. Couldn't miss and doesn't. Dorotic gets his first and Carlton 6th. The Blues go to 6 goals, 2-38. North 1-2-8.
Well, this could be a match-winning quarter by Carlton. Really, they're playing well. North Melbourne had fallen right away after the first 5 minutes, and no doubt about Bradley. He's a very, very good, quick-thinking player. It was a beautifully directed kick. In fact, 2 players could have taken that mark, one being Dorotic and the other Andrew Phillips. They really raffled that. North aren't manning up enough. They've got a lot of players down. Peter Cameron bounces the ball. Carlton by 5 goals. Here's Bradley again with a hand pass to Ratton. And they go forward. Steele sets himself his Kernahan. Phillips goes in to lend a hand. Good play by Fairley. Finds Staritsky. Staritsky a hand pass over the top to Peter German. He dummies the hand pass. Then races onto the right foot and brings it out wide to centre wing. Oh, Dean is in sensational form. What a great mark. He is a very, very good player, Peter Dean. So he played a great game one day out at Waverley and Dermot Brereton really frustrated him. And Fairley's doing well on Kernahan. Here's German. Crocker off the ground to the half-forward line. North forwards have got to get in front. McDonald loses it. Sexton gets it all. That's a Reynolds receiving from Glasgow. And away they go, Carlton again. Gleeson to the pocket. Martin in front. Good play, Michael Martin, but taken away by his opponent, Dorotic. Here's Fodia up in front of goal. Scholl thumps at the ground. Dorotic in after it. He's got it. John Dorotic on the left foot. Can't get his boot to it. Martin knocks him over. Steele soccers it off the ground. Westcott races at it. Crocker tunnel balls it. Peter German. Ratton hooks it round. Up in front of goal. Or Satori pushing and shoving and marks. Too strong, read it well, playing in front. And they're playing brilliantly. Spargo coming off, is he limping? I think he is. And Clarkson coming on for North. But gee, they have to lift their game north. This game could be all over at quarter time.
So Tory's kicked 2 already.
Well, here he is from directly in front, and he puts it right through. Carlton on fire.
So Sartori gets his 3rd, close to the end of the quarter, 7-2-44. Carlton, North Melbourne, 1-2-8 points.
Well, you wonder about last Friday night against Hawthorn. That second half fade out and Hawthorn ran all over the top of North. And well, they are missing those 2 good key forwards. And I think that's the secret. You can't replace McCarthy and Carey. They're relying too much on one man up there on the forward line.
Great quarter so far by Carlton. And a minute and a half still to go. North Melbourne needs some goals quickly. And they get it out of the centre through Gallagher, who kicks to half forward. Now maybe they can make something of this. Mark Roberts has taken the grab. And you can see the 50-metre line there. And remember, he'll be kicking into this mainly westerly breeze. So distance could be a problem with the ball, which is now fairly heavy. Do they need a goal? That's not a bad sort of a kick. And it'll be rushed through for one behind. Touched on the line by Peter Dean. Who else? He's had a great quarter.
Ian Bradley killed them, and well, it was a beautiful kick too, that by Roberts into the breeze. So certainly I would think that the scoring end is the end that Carlton is playing to, but certainly not by 6 goals.
No, I agree with that. David Kernahan goes straight up the ground. That's a good kick as well. Punched down by Dean. The hand pass comes out to Larkin, which he couldn't accept. Applies the tackle. Still a Carlton ball though. Verbeek, long hand pass up towards the centre of the ground. Steele offloaded. Good bump by Kernahan, who still keeps going. He tried to put Crocker out of business as well. And the ball's still there to be won. Roberts on Dean. Ratton from the circle. Out wide to half forward. Spots Bradley. Staritsky dragged off it. Did he have the ball? Rowan Saws calls play on. Fodia is doing some good work in the forward pocket. Not the greatest of kicks, that one. But Ratton gets it to Bradley. This could be dangerous. Centering kick. Could have been touched off the boot. Martin, Dorotic. Martin again. Staritsky. A quick kick will go pretty close to the boundary line. DeRuy. Oh, Bradley again. And Larkin will take the mark, and he needs to steady. There's the siren to end the first quarter. Very good one with the breeze by Carlton, and the Blues lead 7-44 to North Melbourne 139 points. Well, they kicked 7 goals. They kicked 7 unanswered goals. The second quarter begins at Princes Park with Carlton holding a 35-point lead. They kicked 7-2 to 1-3 in the first quarter. 7 unanswered goals after North Melbourne through Caldolina got the first. Madden crashes into Gallagher. Phillips off the ground into that mud patch at half forward. Chandler soccers the ball, not very far. Ratton's hand pass was good. Carlton from Phillips to Hawker. Off target and out of bounds on the full. Free kick will be taken at the right back pocket by Mark Roberts.
Well, Hawker went for a banana, kicked in from 50 metres.
Rock in front of Ratton. One of North's, well, we were so busy at players in the first quarter, they didn't have too many good players. I thought Martin was possibly their best. Thumped down by Gallagher. First ball comes out the back to DeRuy, who replaced Albin in the selected side. And then is a mark to Roberts.
He's been moved to the back line, Pete. And I think Scholl's been moved up the ground in his spot. So he's picking up Bennett's.
Alistair Clarkson. McDonald on right centre wing. Now can North Melbourne build something on this? Gallagher. Not the greatest of kicks. Chance for Longmire. Ball socked away by David Kernahan. Into another of the very heavy spots. Sexton puts his body in. German goes in solidly, gets met by DeRuy. Hawker again as he takes the hand pass from Bassett. And Justin Madden takes the easiest of marks in front of Alistair Clarkson.
Justin Madden's had a very good year.
Leading the tap-outs of all ruckmen this year in the AFL.
Madden to the half-forward line. North defenders playing in front. Fairley's battling his heart out against Kernahan. It's not his fault they're behind. He's Schwass. Matty Larkin gets in a hand pass. Peter German, he looks terrific when he breaks away with that ball. Here's Scholl a chance to kick a goal from 50. Craig Scholl fires the ball in and has missed it to the right. Well, 7-2 to 1-4. They badly need, particularly Pete early in this quarter, they need to get 2 or 3 quick goals to give themselves a chance to get up with Carlton.
Long way behind now, isn't it? David Kernahan. Those unspectacular but now very effective fullbacks. Bradley. This is possession number 18. And we just into the second quarter. Glenn Hawker, who's found the fountain of youth too, I think. Oh, one-hander. Great mark, Kernahan. He's kicked 1 goal, won't score from here. Bradley again, he's everywhere. Can he kick a goal? Steams in a goal and has missed to the near side. In fact, has put it out of bounds, I think, on the full.
Well, they've got to do something about Bradley. He's getting far too much latitude, Craig Bradley. You've just got to man up on him.
Roberts to Fairley. Could have been dangerous. He gets around Kernahan and kicks rather hurriedly, but Scholl on to Larkin. At midfield, German. Over Hawker. Scholl again. Followed it down well. Can he kick a goal this time? Yes, he has. North Melbourne second. And boy, did they need that one. Craig Scholl, busy, started on the back line and moved down to the forward line to kick that. 7-2 to 2-4.
Well, Pete, that's exactly what they wanted. That was excellent teamwork, and that's more what we know of North Melbourne. Hand passing around the centre of the ground. Larkin was involved, Peter German was involved, and Scholl looks a much better player. He was completely mismatched in size down there against Peter Sartori and had 3 goals kicked on him. Need another couple of quick ones north. There's Madden getting it straight down to German. They go forward again, North Melbourne. No Allison. Should race it. Oh, he waited. And he eventually got the kick in, but he waited far too long. He should have charged with that ball. Ball in the forward pocket with Delina. He went past. He's got backup support. Longmire from the pocket has kicked behind over. Been played out of bounds on the full. Mind you, I reckon that was a point for sure. We were right behind that. And
you're not goal umpire, actually, yeah?
Oh, well, he's back in the... Well, he couldn't get... That's where you need... You definitely need 2 goal umpires either there.
We had a couple of controversies last week at the Western Oval, didn't we? Larkin, good tackle by Phillips. But it's a Carlton ball again. Verbeek has taken the mark. Just near the kick-off line. He's gone out wide. Crocker puts Bradley down, and Bradley's going to get the free kick. And Crocker went for the punch. Bradley's head just happened to be in the road. Magnificent player, Bradley, so far. 18 possessions he's had. And we're just into the second quarter. Dean. Very solid defender in the first quarter. Hugs the boundary line with the kick. And the reason for that was that Steve Kernahan's presence was lurking. Kicked one goal so far, Kernahan. Dorotic's the target. Martin, good battle that one. Those two probably sharing the honours at the moment. Hawker's hand pass, gleefully accepted by Gleeson. This is Roberts. Larkin. Larkin's high kick will land centre wing. Kernahan behind, has to punch the ball clear, does so on the ground. Phillips couldn't control it. Up it comes to Bassett, and he might have got a free kick, yes, for in the back. And so Bassett to take the free left centre wing for Carlton.
Adrian Bassett, well, that is a great contest going on. Dorotic gets the free kick that time, but Michael Martin's to be commended. He's played very, very well. Kernahan marks. He's getting on top of Fairley. Fairley won the first quarter against Steve Kernahan, but Kernahan's well on top in this quarter. Stephen Kernahan will kick from about 48 metres. So he's going short. Good thinking. Oh, Gleeson has dropped it. He slipped over it in an inopportune moment. Now, how will the umpire see this one? It's Schwass losing the ball in the tackle, gets in a hand pass. Here's Dorotic. Martin on top of him. Peter German. Great form, German. Mark Roberts looks a much better player in defence. And a beautiful long kick. He's trying to bypass Peter Dean. Longmire did it well, but couldn't get his hand to it. Dean, cool, calm and collected. David Kernahan. Hawker. Carlton, loose men everywhere. Phillips, long kick up in front of goal. The high flyers are there who will push out on the North player. No doubt about that. It'll be a free kick to Gallagher. No, the advantage paid. And Larkin takes it away, gets it out wide to Clarkson. He'll have to get something going here. Here's Scholl. Good play by Scholl. Onto the left foot to the half-forward line. Sexton. Long kick to half-forward, and it's punched away by Chandler over the line.
Boundary thrown will take place centre wing. In the middle of the interchange area here at Princes Park. Carlton answering the challenge. Madden, who averages 21 tap-outs a match. Ratton onto Phillips. He's playing a pretty good game. Kernahan gets the ball to ground. Schwass and Gleeson. Gleeson off the ground. Wild kick. Oh, Bradley takes the hand pass. Dummies, shoots and goals. Craig Bradley, with his 20th possession, has put through another goal. He averages 26.7 a match. He'll break that today, 8-2-50 to 2-4-16.
Well, good play by Bradley because he wanted to give the hand pass over the top to Dorotic, and Mick Martin actually played it very, very well. Martin pretended to come forward, then he ducked back, and then eventually Bradley forced him to kick him, but he is just dominating this whole game, Bradley.
20 possessions, and he's got one goal.
Gallagher taps it to ground. Sexton playing in front of McDonald. Socket off the ground. Here's Big Madden. Hawker. They go forward again, Carlton. Dorotic up in front, punched away by Martin, doing a great job. Fairley, magnificent play. On the left foot, kicks it wide. Scholl has got right on top on this wing. He's beating Reynolds. Scholl to the half-forward line. Dean. Not being put under enough pressure there. Verbeek. Socket off the ground, McDonald. Oh, there's Bradley again. Tapping it to the line. He's covering all sorts of territory here. He has been up in the goal square. Now he's down the half-back line. That'll be pleasing to David Parker.
Pleasing to all Carlton supporters that he's going so well. McDonald, Crocker, Larkin, North needs some goals. Maybe German can give them one here from 30 metres out. German races in to put it through. And German gets his first goal. Some good teamwork there. And North Melbourne's third. 3-4, but they trail Carlton 8-2-50.
Yes, excellent teamwork that, Pete, and Peter German. I very rarely have seen him miss a goal on the run. And that was no exception then, as Larkin gave him a beautiful hand pass, but it was good, strong work on that occasion by North, and that might lift them a bit. 3-4 plays 8-2. With
the German averaging 26 possessions a match, 17 kicks, and that was his first goal today.
Gallagher versus Madden. That's a terrific duel now. The boot went out there. Oh, that was a free kick. That was a tricky touch with one, that one. Fairly at the back. Punches it away from Kernahan. That's a terrific duel. Here's Schwass. It's a way to do it. Suck it off the ground. And
free kick.
Free kick being paid further down the field. Now, which way is it going to go? It's going North Melbourne's way. And it's going to Brett Allison. Allison at half back. They need a burst of goals, North Melbourne. That's a bad kick by Allison. Straight to DeRui. Gets his boot to it. Mark Roberts goes back with the flight and takes him out. But he's a much better matchup. He's got right on top of Satori. It's a bad move, really, Scholl on Satori, as it turned out. Here's Darren Steele. He should kick long. He does. Verbeek races after it against Crocker. Oh, good shipping. Allows Crocker to hook it back in front of goal. A one-on-one contest. Kernahan and Longmire. Mark. Great mark to Longmire. That was strength. Rock plays on and kicks it through, but it'll be Longmire's kick from 25 metres.
John Longmire will be very keen to do well because he was restricted to only one goal last week against Hawthorn.
Well, he hasn't scored a goal today.
He averages 4.7 a match, or he has done this year. He's kicked 56 for the season, 56-36 actually.
Well, they rely on him so much, particularly carrying the carpet out. They need this bad. John Longmire stabs, and as he kicked it, he's missed. So that is a bad miss. Well, North really did need that to be a goal. But they've still got just over 15 minutes of play in this term. They're kicking with the breeze. And they trail 23-50, so that's 27 points, the margin.
David Kernahan kicks in. Dean, the flyer. Gleeson. Ball socket away by Sexton. Clarkson. Crowd looking for a holding the ball decision. Hawker nearly pinned as well. Umpire Peter Cameron, and allows play to continue. Ratton. Kernahan, good use of the body to get rid of Fairley, and then stumbles at the last minute. The ball tapped back, picked up by Delina. He kicked North Melbourne's first 7 points. Schwass to half forward. Marking contest down there. None can take it. Oh, gee. Nearly a trip.
Yes.
Was a trip. Crocker within kicking distance.
Umpiring's been good, Pete.
It has today.
They haven't missed a beat.
Well, you've got two of the senior men in white. Well, they're nearly white today with all the mud out there. Rowan Saws and Peter Cameron. And Rowan Saws officiating on that one. But it did stand out. Crocker legged. He comes in. Might not get the distance today, although he does have the breeze behind him. He's got the distance and he's got the accuracy. Great kick, just what North needed. So Darren Crocker puts through his first goal, and North Melbourne's fourth. They trail 4-5 to 8-2.
Well, he was legged, and Rowan Saws very quick to spot that. That was good umpiring, and well, all of a sudden they're back in it, and they've got plenty of time left. They've got 14 minutes of play left in this quarter. Certainly the scoring in now is the end left of screen, and North have the breeze. Gallagher versus Madden again. That is a terrific contest. Well done by Glascott coming through the centre. Danger here. The ball hits the deck. Dorotic got it out. But grabbed by Chandler. North Melbourne a bit more desperate now. Allison should get there first. Oh, he ran straight past the ball. That wasn't a good play by Brett Allison. And over the line on centre wing. 29-50, so only 21 points the margin.
Downbury throw in. Close enough to centre wing, just on North Melbourne's attacking side of centre. Smacked down by McDonald. Georgie Madden might be almost caught with the ball. Crowd certainly thought so. Maybe you were just a little bit lucky, Justin.
Pete, they've got Alistair Clarkson tagging Bradley now.
Anything would help the way Bradley's been burning. This guy's playing well now too. Peter German from Jakarta. Bruce Doull territory. Longmire tried to mark it one hand. Can he get his first goal? He missed his sitter. And right on the line, catched by Simon Verbeek. And one behind. Registered to North, so they get into the 30s. 4 goals 6 to 8 goals 2. Only 20 points in it. So if they can maintain their momentum with the wind in the second quarter, maybe they'll be just about level at half-time. Who's to say? But Carlton looking the better side. Bassett flips the ball forward up to the CUB side on centre wing. Glenn Hawker, who had a good first term, kicks down to John Dorotich. Fairly applies the tackle, drags Dorotich off it. Martin caught with the ball, is he? Good tackle by Kernahan. Photia's kick is high, a real up and under job. Oh, Schwass, great grab.
He is capable of that, Pete. He's got a big leap.
I think he's trying to take it off Brett Allison for the car. Dorotich hits down and then kicks the ball up towards 50. Gleeson, second grab or second touch. He fumbled the first time but still had time to make amends. And Sartori going for goal number 4. Well, he hasn't had that many touches. He only had 4 kicks. He's kicked 3 goals. And of course, he had a hand on the other one earlier when he slapped the ball onto, who was it, Bradley. At 48, 49 metres out. Well, it's going to be a line ball job. Into the goal square and rushed through for one behind by Carlton. So a point to the Blues. 8-3, 51. North Melbourne 4-6-30 at Princes Park. Just under 12 minutes left in the first half. Mark Roberts to kick in.
Wayne Schimmelbusch gave the North Melbourne players a real tongue lashing.
Did he? What? Quarter time.
Oh, Martin waited for it and just got the mark before Bradley chipped in. It's really dangerous when you wait for the ball like that. Matty Larkin to the centre of the ground. Donald McDonald, oh, big fly. North Melbourne are off and running. This is Carl Delina to Longmire. Out in front, John Longmire. Oh, was he pushed in the back? Umpire said no. Here's Darren Crocker. Straightens up on the right foot, stabs a goal, and he's missed again. Well, I'm not saying he's missed it again, but North Melbourne missed a couple of sitters. Longmire missed one. And now Crocker, they needed that. 4-7 plays 8-3.
Certainly playing better though North than they did in the first quarter. So as Pete mentioned, Longmire a bad miss and Darren Crocker another one there. He could have been right in this contest. Staritsky back to German. Can they set something up here? Rock kicks from a standing start. The umpire gets underneath it. Then he does a limbo and it's a goal. So finally 8-3 now, 51 to North Melbourne 5-7, 37. Rock's first goal.
Well, a complete and utter change has come over the game, really. So that breeze is a lot stronger than we think, because North Melbourne are dominating this quarter now, and they've, after that tongue lashing, their players are a lot more desperate. They're backing each other up. They've got their running game going, and well, the way they're going, you would imagine they'll be up with Carlton by half-time.
Half-time is 10 3/4 minutes away. 51 plays 37.
Hawker loses Little Rock charges in after it. They're pretty desperate North, and then Anthony Rock goes back to grab it again. Oh, diving attempt. You can see the desperation of the North players. They've really lifted the ball at half forward for North Melbourne.
And the bounce to take place, or should I say a ball up. He had to bounce it out there this afternoon. McDonald taps down. Kicked away by Verbeek. Up to the centre circle. Larkin's tackle effective on Ratton. In fact, more than effective, he's gained possession for his side. That was brilliantly done. Now chance for German. Unloads with a long bomb and gets the goal. So Peter German putting through his second, and North Melbourne a real chance now as they're trailed by only 8 points.
Well, that was magnificent play by Matt Larkin initially, and Peter German, he's one of the most exciting players in the game. When he gets loose, he's got tremendous balance, Pete, and as I said earlier in the quarter, he never misses with those running shots.
But what a great piece of inspirational play by Larkin. He made the tackle and then gained possession himself to set the play up.
Gallagher versus Madden. Madden grabs it because it was a poor bounce. To the half-forward line, Larkin again. Waits in front of the pack and a free kick. He was caught over the shoulders, but they're right on top, North Melbourne now. A real change has come over this game. Now he plays on with the hand pass to Fairley. He's battled so hard today against Kernahan. Gallagher. And his teammate Crocker. Wait, he would have been better off Crocker going to that ball instead of Gallagher. A little bit more mobility. Ball at centre wing. Throw in. Madden versus Gallagher. It's been a terrific contest, that. Now, Madden's lying on top of the ball then. And he gets away with it. So it'll be a bounce right out on the outer side of the ground. Scoreboard shows Carlton leading by 8 points.
Peter Cameron to ball it up. Indicating again he's going to throw it in the air. Madden gets a quick kick. Somebody was being held. German. Didn't see that. Peter Cameron did.
And I can see Milan Hanna on the grandstand side of the ground warming up, Pete, so he might be on the ground shortly.
Peter German, who kicked that last goal after Matty Larkin applied that magnificent tackle, or Clarkson, well, he was off, and then he got one for his trouble. Centering kick. It's all Carlton down there, though, and David Kernahan drops back to take the safe mark.
Hawker coming off, and Hanna on.
Hawker had a good first quarter. Kick to centre wing. Kernahan the target. And Carlton get there again through Phillips. Scholl applies a tackle. And here they come once more. This is Rock. Kicks towards left half forward flank. And a good strong mark has been taken by one of the veterans in the side, Donald McDonald, and he tries a balk and gets away with it. Centering kick. Yes, Gallagher. Now this will be an interesting kick because he's got the breeze behind him.
He should make the distance from there, Pete.
Shouldn't have any trouble with the distance. Dean having a few words to him as he goes back. And of course, Michael Gallagher playing against his old club. The goal here would make the difference, only a couple of points. Not going to get the distance. Not a very good kick, and it might have been rushed through. No, it hasn't been rushed through. Carlton will clear it. Kick out towards the 50-metre line. Rock, Phillips, Verbeek, and that's out of bounds.
It's a little go at Rock, isn't he?
Yep. He and Clarkson looking very similar.
You love those flat top speed, don't you?
So does Bob Davis. Let's have them on special down there at Arden Street. Gallagher taps down. Phillips, he's been in everything. He's been one of Carlton's best on ballers so far. Schwass takes the ball over the boundary line in front of Redditz, and we'll see another throw in. 8-3 plays 6-7.
And Clarkson started to quieten. He's playing a hold of. Just watching him there at the bounce here at the throw in. He's really blocking Bradley off.
Gallagher taps down. Liam Pickering, snapshot at goal. He's just off target and through for only one behind. Well, Pickering must have sneaked on in the last minute or so. I haven't seen him before. 8-3 plays 6-8. And only 7 points in it now after Carlton led by 35 points at the first change. David Kernahan will kick it.
Well, Bet Ellison's been taken off and Pickering on. Well, Bet Ellison had a bad day. Here's Rock. Ratton got it across to Phillips. Now on to Bradley. And Carlton go forward again through Gleeson. Gleeson to the half-forward line. Dorothy. Oh, that was well done. Larkin. He smothered that ball, then went and grabbed it himself. Now, 2 North Melbourne players out wide. Carl Delina being one of them. And good shepherding. That was by Pickering. Allows Delina to kick it to Longmire. Longmire races after it. Went past the ball. Kernahan. Oh, he got that a little bit too easy. But well done, Longmire, to go and lay the tackle. Here's a chance for Longmire to sock it off the ground. Good play, Longmire. Then goes and gets it himself. Runs around onto the right foot and from 45 metres puts it up in front of goal. Crocker at the back. Oh, it's a free kick to Crocker. Yes, no doubt about that against Justin Madden, and he knows it. And Crocker would have taken that mark but for the interference.
Well, he's got to go for it, I suppose. Maybe a little harsh.
Oh, no, Pete, no doubt. He just ran straight at him and shoved him in the face off the ball. There's the goal. Right through the middle. So, North Melbourne have come back hard. They now only trail by 1 point.
Darren Crocker's second goal, 8-3 to 7-8.
Well, Crocker's tried very, very hard. I can't believe the changeover of this game. At quarter time, I thought, how far Carlton?
It's not just the wind, is it, surely?
No, I think it's a lot more commitment shown by the North players in this quarter, and they've still got 5.5 minutes with the breeze. It's certainly not that strong that you can't score up the other end. It's just a different level of commitment.
So David Parkin might be giving his players a tongue lashing at the break, similar to what Wayne Schimmelbusch did at quarter time. Only a point in it now at Princes Park. A great comeback by North Melbourne. Gallagher up high. Madden taps down. Clarkson out of the centre. Clarkson to half forward. Bassett a wrestle with him and Pickering. Pickering's going to pick the ball up. Gives the hand pass back to Crocker, who's kicked two already. Carlton supporters looking for holding the ball. Rod Dean gets cannoned into by Bassett. That's not good play. There's a little bit of panic down there at the moment almost by the Carlton defenders. And it's going to be a ball up. That will give them some sort of respite.
Tarzan is on the ground. Is that Satori been taken off? Yes, after kicking 3 goals.
So a ball up. Dean taps down. Pickering. DeRui tackled by Stawitsky. Free kick Carlton. Going to be taken by Bassett. Bassett in the left back pocket for Carlton. The Blues against the breeze in this quarter. Schwass. Strong grab from a Morrish medalist. The muddiest areas of Princes Park this afternoon out there. Tried the spiral punt, didn't quite get onto it. Madden in the centre, a big pack of players. Stawitsky tried to barge his way through, and it will be another ball up about 25 metres out from the North Melbourne goal. 4.5 minutes left in the half, and only 1 point the difference now in a thriller.
There's 15 shots to 11 in favour of North now, Pete.
Dean taps down Crocker. Gee, that was a bit like the rugby test on Wednesday night. He wasn't getting anywhere, like many of the Australians. And maybe some of the guys were watching that. Fine tackling. So another ball up. This time by Rowan Saws. Madden and Gallagher. And again, Dean comes in from the side. Phillips grabbed but not in possession. And they've made another couple of metres. North Melbourne. So another ball up. Same ruckman. This time Gallagher taps down. Rock takes the hand pass into the square. Kernahan fists the ball away. But only to see Stawitsky pounce on it. North Melbourne in front. What a change in this game. Stawitsky's first. The Roos 8-8. Carlton 8-3.
Tremendous play that by North Melbourne. The ball was thumped the ground. I think it was McDonald who was caught behind, and he just put out the big fist and punched it down. A desperate play by a forward, and Stawitsky was sitting there waiting for it. And North Melbourne have hit the front by 5 points. And they've got 3 minutes of play left in the second quarter with the breeze. Can they score another couple? The way they're getting it out of that centre, Pete, they might. Oh, there's a Clarkson caught one across the head. He was shepherding Bradley. And in fact, no, someone must have come into the centre, but I thought should have been a free kick to Clarkson anyway. That's Gallagher to the pocket. And the mark has been taken by Crocker, and Carlton have fallen apart in this quarter. Good player, Darren Crocker. He's a highly skilled player.
Carlton adding only 1 goal, 1 for the term.
And Crocker's kicked 2. He's going for his third. A good move that by Wayne Schimmelbusch to get Crocker down that forward area because he's a very talented player. Darren Crocker with a breeze at his back. Kicks it, won't quite make the distance. Longmire in front. The ball hits the deck. The little North players in after it. Delina cleverly. Gets it to Stawitsky, who hooks it through for a behind. North Melbourne move on to 8-10. There's an 8-9. It was pretty quick on that scoreboard up there, so it is 8-9 to 8-3, a goal the margin.
2 minutes 20 left in the half. Kernahan kicks in, the mark taken by DeRui in front of Delina. DeRui will keep the ball on the member stand side. A big pack of players. Kernahan up in front. Couldn't take the mark. Good tackle applied by Larkin. It's been one of the features of his play this quarter. Bradley, Steele and Phillips. Morris, Middleweather and Schwass.
Oh, the umpire
Chandler
got in the way.
to the umpire again. It was Gleeson that time. So Chandler finally picks up and kicks it out to Liam Pickering on right centre wing. Calling forward is Rock, and he gets the hand pass to the North Melbourne lookalikes.
Free kick down the
McDonald.
field. Down the field.
Push out, says Peter Cameron.
It's against Fodia.
So it will be taken by Peter Jernan or McDonald. Jernan's got the ball. He's getting it to McDonald.
I think you'd rather Peter Jernan have it.
That's what I thought. I thought this could be a bit of a
I
con.
tell you what, Jernan just doesn't miss from that distance.
So Donald McDonald with the opportunity to put North Melbourne further in front. And what a turnaround. They were taking swabs.
It'll be a good little lead if he kicks it, wouldn't it? A 2-goal lead.
He's got the breeze at his back pretty well. That's one of the flags on top of that scoreboard. Donald McDonald, 50 metres out. Should get the distance. He got the distance all right, but off the hands of the pack for only a behind. So the Blues live again, 8-3 to 8-10. 7 points the difference after it was 35 at the first change and in favour of Carlton. So we have to ask ourselves the question, what is the breeze worth? But I think the commitment is a little bit better for North at the moment than it was in the first term. Madden, good mark. Excellent grab by Justin Madden. With time running down for any further scores, we've got half a minute left.
Centre wing, the Scholl in front. Tarzan went. Oh, well done by Roberts to tap it back towards the boundary line. Here's Ratton. Eventually it's Rennett's giving it back to Ratton. Ratton to the half-forward line. Bradley versus Clarkson. Good mark, Bradley. This man on the ground, Bradley. Back to Tarzan. Oh, look at that. Tremendous smother. That by Alistair Clarkson, and the Matty Larkin and Mark Roberts and Darren Skill go over to let him know.
Interestingly, Bradley's had 24 possessions. Peaked at quarter time. I think he had about 18 or 19, didn't he? Just on half-time, in fact, there is the siren to end the first half. Bradley incurring the wrath of one of his North Melbourne opponents down there. The scoreboard at the main change, North Melbourne leading by 7 points after they trailed by 35 at the first change, 8-10 to 8-3. Well, we're going to go down and get some coffee. We begin the second half at Princes Park with North Melbourne leading by 7 points after they trailed by 35 at quarter time. A great comeback by the Roos in that second quarter. Phillips kicks to half forward for Carlton with the breeze in this term. Fotia got one hand to it, couldn't complete the mark. Steele dives on top of him. Back it comes to Phillips right on 50. Excellent smother by Rock. Off the ground, Gleeson. Mark taken by Gallagher. Play on. Liam Pickering on centre wing. If the ball bounces kindly for him, it does. And Pickering puts North Melbourne into attack and kicks up towards John Longmire, who's yet to score a goal so far today. Missed a sitter in the previous quarter. He was only about 35 metres out directly in front. And of course, he only kicked one goal last week as well. That'll be pretty close. It was touched, but it might have been behind the line. It's a goal. So Longmire gets his first, and North Melbourne go further in front. They lead by 13 points, 9-10, 64 to 8-3, 51.
Well, that's a magnificent start that by North Melbourne. They worked it out of defence, but I didn't expect Longmire to make the distance from there. But what helped him, Pete, was the brand new football.
Yeah.
No longer was it heavy. You know, beautiful kick.
It's pretty well right on the boundary line, John Longmire. And that was his first goal for the afternoon, his 57th for the year.
Tremendous start into the breeze. That goal by Longmire. North Melbourne working hard. They played a terrific second quarter. Now here's Darren Steele. Can't get his boot to it. A chance for Kernahan. Quick kick to the half-forward line. Martin has beaten Dorotich today. His backup support from Larkin, who played a great second quarter. Mark Roberts also did well in that second quarter. Steele to centre wing. Pickering, almost a good mark. Goes in to grab it again. Oh, he cannon into his teammate Clarkson. Clarkson tries to knock it out. Now Pickering tunnel balls it. Phillips off the ground. Justin Madden ridden into the ground. No free kick, so it will be a throw up. The umpires today, two very experienced umpires, Rowan Saws and Peter Cameron, have hardly missed a beat. It's been excellent performance.
There's two of the more experienced men in white. Phillips, being one of Carlton's best little men. Scholl, who did better in the second quarter. German gets ridden into the ground. A play on call from the umpire. Hannah does just that and kicks it back to Wayne Schwass right at midfield. North Melbourne continuing on with the form they displayed in the second quarter. Well, Kernahan got one high, but the umpire says play on. Hannah again. Started on the bench. Bradley had 16 possessions in the first quarter. A little bit quieter in the second. So too was Carlton, interestingly enough. Big pack of players on top of that. Kernahan attempted quick kick. It was damn well smothered. Good tackle by Steele on Dorotich. And the ball spills free. Back it comes to Hawker, who had a stint on the bench in the second quarter, and that's going to be a baller.
Every time that ball has come down between Martin and Dorotich, Mick Martin has been in front. Terrific play by Martin at fullback.
Yes, you want to steal his beer in a pub, would you? Tarzan's kick partly smothered. Scholl kicks quickly up towards midfield, and Madden, strong mark, taken in front of Gunn.
Oh, good mark to Justin Madden. He's really improved his marking. And from centre wing to half forward. Larkin sets himself off the pack. Tarzan free kick, too high. Very crude tackle, and it'll be Tarzan's kick from about 48 metres. He'll have to kick this ball, but he has got the benefit of that pretty shiny new football. Started on interchange, Darren Tarzan. And they need this Carlton. Trail by 13 points. He kicks right on 50. Oh, look at that, floating with the breeze. A beautiful kick for a goal.
Tarzan's first goal, and a valuable one for Carlton to get them back into this. And the Blues now 9-3, North Melbourne 9-10.
Yes, a 7-point margin to North, but Carlton will have to make the most of this quarter. Certainly the scoring in that they're kicking to. A bit of excitement there from the Carlton fans. Very promising young player. This player wearing the number 45, Darren Tarzan.
The sea is silent, like on a calm day.
It was actually a pretty crude tackle that by him, Fairley. It was a strong tackle, but just caught him a little bit too high. He's done his job though, Fairley. He's played pretty well on Kernahan. There's another fighting.
So Darren Tarzan getting his first goal and Carlton's 9th. 7 points the difference once more, as it was at half-time. Out of the centre, Rock. Delina caught behind. Chance for Pickering. Gets dragged off it by Verbeek. Trying to break the tackle. That was Clarkson. Back to Delina. Nearly caught with the ball. Carlton fans thought so. That was sudden death.
Played a throw.
And the free kick going to Reynolds. Back to Bradley. He was instrumental in that opening burst by Carlton. Larkin takes the hand pass from Fairley. Marking contest up there. Bassett couldn't take it. Staritsky looking for a free kick for holding the ball. Umpire Peter Cameron says there is none, thank you. And it will be a bounce. A ball up.
Kernahan's gone to full forward. They had to do that. Dorotich out to centre half forward. Martin's gone with Steve Kernahan. Fairley remaining on Dorotich.
Hardly surprising, Pete. So Madden again. And McDonald over the top. Bassett to Sexton. Sexton right on the boundary line. No, and then he ran out of room there, Carlton. Phillips has kicked towards centre wing. Gleeson finally. Clarkson doing a good job on Bradley.
It's been good, Pete, but the umpires today haven't been dynamite on that holding the ball. You've got to give them a bit of leeway on these sticky conditions, and they've used the rule sensibly. Centre wing. Schwass, swooped on that ball. Beautiful play. Long kick. Longmire playing in front. He's got backup support there. Or McDonald. Now, was he ringed into the ground? No. Play on. Kernahan gets it to Dean. Further afield he goes. Bassett is clear. Gleeson always seems to find space. Adrian Gleeson kicks to the pocket. Steve Kernahan versus Martin. All free kick to Kernahan. There was interference by Martin. He held on to Kernahan as they went for that mark. Might be better to put Martin out at centre half back and keep him on Dorotich and keep Fairley on Kernahan. Now Kernahan brings it up in front of goal. Mark Roberts thumps it away. Fabian waits underneath the ball. It's a loose ball. Powers on again. She's a strong player. Satori onto the right foot. Kicks a goal, and that's his fourth. So the Blues hit back after that goal by Peter Satori. The margin now 1 point in favour of North.
Peter Satori's first 3 goals came in the opening quarter, and then he had a stint on the bench in the second term. He hasn't had that many kicks, certainly. Only 5. He's got 4 goals, so it's a pretty good conversion rate. David Parkin behind the glass. Back into the centre. 19 minutes left in the third quarter. Sartori's 4th goal, a thriller at Princes Park. On paper it looked that way, though at quarter time we thought otherwise. Plenty of commitment by both sides out there now, and a vital game for them in the race for the top 6. Gallagher and Madden do battle again. That's been one of the features of play here this afternoon. Pickering, a short kick over the head of Hannah. Hannah and Scholl. Hannah gets there first. Crocker holding Hannah. Carlton supporters saw it. I don't know whether Mill Hannah's going to get the free kick. Certainly he deserved it. Yes, he is. So Mill Hannah, short of right half forward flank. Couldn't score from there. A good 2 kicks. Kernahan and Martin. Martin wins out. The greatest of kicks. Pickering. Now Scholl takes the hand pass from Staritsky up to half forward. The ball's there to be won. Tackle applied by McDonald might have been illegal. Umpire Rowan Saws lets it continue. Crocker tries to barge his way through. Now here's a chance for North as the quick kick comes up to Longmire. German, if he can get Boot the ball, he can't. Glasgow, good tackle. Bassett, finally Gleeson. Schwass late on the scene. The kick up towards centre field. Marking contest. The ball hits the deck to Hawker. Slap back to Clarkson. Couldn't handle it. Hawker again. Gives it back to Gleeson. Carlton's turn. The forward line pretty open. Phillips robes it beautifully. No one home for Carlton. And Martin will get there. And the ball just beats him over the line for 1 behind. So a point to the Blues. With 17 minutes left in the term. A few tempers becoming slightly frayed on the 50-metre line. Sartori will be told by the umpire wiser head should prevail. 10-4 to 9-10, and Pete, that ties it up.
Yes, and well, it's a pretty desperate game now because a vital one as far as the final 6 is concerned. That was a push in the back. And the loser of this, well, they dropped back into the ruck. Carlton certainly a chance. They'll be eyeing North Melbourne spot. There's Satori, an ordinary kick for Kernahan. Mick Martin has been a good player. He kicks that ball ferociously now. They're 2-on-1 here. Favoured Carlton. Well, Schwass just took his eyes off it and allows Bradley to come and grab it. Gives it to Glasgow. There was a free kick, but he paid the advantage. Glasgow to the half-forward line. Larkin. Oh, strength by Larkin. Roberts. Back to Larkin in the blue pot. And they're working well, North Melbourne. Darren Steele to the half-forward line. Big Madden over the back. Oh, free kick to Pickering. Holding the man. And Pickering will take this ball on centre wing if the score's dead set level. Now Pickering, nothing, and no leads forthcoming at the moment. Some pushing and shoving going on. Crocker at the back. Back-up support from Rocket still in play. Rocket, quick hand pass and some strong work on Reynolds forces the ball over the line.
Throw in 60 metres from goal. It's North Melbourne's goal. Goal's hard to come by at this end of the ground. Most teams have found that, well, they did in the first half anyway. It comes to centre wing. Dorotic in front. Bradley. Not sure the umpire saw that, but he didn't think it was a free kick over the boundary line. Larkin and Dorotic tangle. Good umpiring too by Peter Cameron. They were everyone appealing for a free, but Larkin had done all the hard work there. I don't think you get too many easy frees from him. Schwass kicks across his body up towards the North Melbourne right half forward line again. A couple of kicks away from goal though still, and the score is still tied up. So it's shaping up as a thrilling final quarter. North would have the breeze in that term. Madden slaps down, or punches down that time. Larkin runs out of room. Gleeson hot on his hammer. And the umpire says throw it in.
There's a fight down the goal square. Mickey Martin's in it. Satori's there, and Kernahan and Mark Roberts.
Madden again.
Oh.
Comes to German from Pickering. German's kick 2-on-1 in favour of Carlton, but it's a strong mark taken by John Longmire.
That's a great mark, wasn't it, Pete? He took front position. He beat 2 Carlton players for that mark, and that was a terrific mark. And people say he can't mark over his head.
He's got 1 goal so far today. Hasn't had too many opportunities. Missed a sitter, as I said earlier, in the previous quarter. From 45 metres out, has hooked it. Not a good kick from John Longmire after he got that great goal earlier in this term.
Pretty difficult there in the centre forward with that. You just can't get your footing in that blue pot, and it looks easy, but it's difficult. There's Dean about to bring it back into play, but it's a lead to North Melbourne of a point. This is Glasgow. I'll tell you what, North are really working hard this quarter. You can see they're determined to just hold that lead to a slender 1 at 3/4 time. That's if it is a lead to Carlton at 3/4 time, of course. You see taking over the line Bassett. It'll be a big advantage to North if they're with Carlton at 3/4 time and then come home with the breeze. Time clock ticking down under the 14-minute mark now, left in this term. That was Simon Verbeek to centre wing. Dorotich and Fairley. Fairley has been terrific. That's Chandler to the half-forward line. Rock crashes his way through the pack. Determined play. And umpire Rowan Saws it come and throw the ball up. Now, Phobia is off the ground, and coming back on for Carlton is Brett Ratton.
Ball up close to the 50-metre line. Hawker. Standing start position and gets it away pretty quickly. Tarzan nearly threw it out. Gleeson dispossessed with a strong tackle. Scholl takes advantage of that, kicks to half forward, marking contest, none played. Stawitsky dragged when not in possession, should get a free kick.
That could be 50.
It could be.
If he want to get up pretty quickly, Peter Cameron thought about it, didn't he?
Must have been very close. So Justin Stawitsky, centering kick, marking contest 2-on-1. Well, it could have been a free. Larkin races in and gets the goal. So Matty Larkin putting through his first goal, and a valuable one for North Melbourne, kicked against the trend of play almost at that end of the ground. 10-11 to 10-4.
I agree with you, Pete, as you called it. It was nearly a free kick up there to Carlton in that backline area, but Larkin has been really set the example today. I think after, particularly from the start of the second quarter on, he's really led the Roos very, very well. Umpire Peter Cameron's going down to speak to Satori. And
I wonder if that means a report has been made.
It could be a report. Certainly something's going on down there. When Mickey Martin's around, there's always something going on.
Well, he wouldn't race down there to offer to buy him a drink after the game, would he?
No, I don't think so. Madden. Peter German trying to crash his way through the pack. Socket off the ground at the half-forward line. Dorotich has had a quiet day. He's finding it hard on Fairley. Now here's Chandler. Desperate. Quick kick to the half-back line. And this looks like Scholl. It is Craig Scholl. Really improved. He had a disastrous first term on Satori. Had 3 goals kicked on him. But since being moved to the wing, he's done well. Ball fisted the ground. That was Bassett. Now Glasgow. Oh, taken away beautifully. Darren Crockett at the half-forward line. It's all North Melbourne. The mark has been taken. It looks like Pickering. It is Liam Pickering. The beak on the mark. Pickering hasn't had many senior games this year. He kicks to the pocket and it's a mark on the boundary line and a diving mark by Donald McDonald. Difficult kick though. He'll have to kick from right on the line. Sheltered a little bit by the grandstands. Sheltered from the breeze. He's had 7 kicks, 5 marks, 3 handballs with a real try, Donald McDonald. And he's getting plenty of advice from behind the fence from the Carlton supporters, as you can see.
31 goals in the reserves this year, Donald McDonald.
And most of them playing at centre forward, I think, Now he runs out to the right, opens up the goals, kicks across the face. Now a pack of players will be flying for this one. The ball hits the deck. Oh, Rock kicks and has goal.
Second goal to Rock and a valuable one to North Melbourne. They're all valuable at this stage. 11-11 now to 10 goals more.
Well, that was tremendous roving. That it was kicked into the square by McDonald. Hawker off and Fabian on for Carlton incidentally, but that is what a true rover should be doing. The ball was fisted the ground, but the punch came back in front of the goal, and he raced him, picked it up and slammed it through for a vital goal at this stage of the game.
2 goals to Rock, 11 minutes left in the third quarter. North Melbourne getting their game going again. Bradley's hand pass goes astray. Gallagher, a quick kick out of the centre towards the wing position on the member stand side. North Melbourne doing all the attacking at the moment. Pickering takes the hand pass from DeLina. And it's out of bounds. Ultimately, Carl DeLina kicked the first goal. In fact, the first 7 points of the match here at Princes Park. Before Carlton got going in the first quarter to kick 7 goals too. And that was the only goal, in fact, North got for the opening term. Madden punches well clear. Larkin went through solidly. Ratton dispossessed. Gleeson's played a great Rovers game today. Long kick by Gleeson. It will land inside 50. Kernahan and Martin do battle. Fotier on top of it. Chandler applies a tackle. Likewise, Tarzan going in. Umpire Peter Cameron will, I think, ball it up.
Martin's done a great job, hasn't he?
Always does. You don't get easy kicks on him. Ratton couldn't do much with it. The ball socket clear by Steele towards Gallagher. And now North Melbourne can build something out of this. Pickering hugs the boundary line with the kick. Might have almost been a free kick to Crocker because he was held, but he got front position for the mark.
Good mark, wasn't it?
Took 2 goals so far, Darren Crocker. He's got in short. Longmire leads to the pocket. Madden scoops it up pretty expeditiously, kicks to Sexton, and that barely must have been the required distance for a mark. Sexton from left back pocket. Dorotic up one-handed. Pretty hard to mark that way. Rock has played a great game today. That'll be out of bounds. Off the hands of the pack. 9 minutes left in this term. North Melbourne leading 11-11 at Carlton, 10-4. So the Blues have found goals hard to come by since quarter time. In fact, it's going to be a free kick. Taken by Reynolds. And of course, Mark McClure's old number.
Ooh, North players coming from everywhere. Socket off the ground by Scholl. Madden versus German. Oh, free kick to German. Oh, he was grabbed by Madden. They got away with it. Bad luck. Hannah. Further afield it went to Bassett. Bassett to the forward line. Over the back is Matty Larkin. Punches it on in front and then goes and gets it again. That's excellent play to Steele. Steele hooks it back, but the man sitting there waiting for it is Millen Hannah. Now Hannah's going short to Fotier, and he finds him. And Fotier will have to kick from 15 metres.
Ball's pretty heavy too, Pete, now.
Well, it'll test him. He's got the wind at his back. They trailed by 7 and 6, 13 points. They could do with one because North will come home to the scoring end. Last quarter, Fotier won't make the distance. Kernahan, Satori, great mark, Dorotic. Brilliant mark.
Well, that I think certainly is the mark of the day so far. He took another one down there in the first quarter, John Dorotic, which was pure guts and determination, but that one certainly had spectacular branded all over it, John Dorotic. Great grab.
That was a great grab. He's been very quiet. He's been well held. But he's kicked 1 goal, and I don't think he'll miss this one from 12 metres. And they need it, the Blues. Dorotic from directly in front. Kicks it goal and puts it right through.
On Dorotic's second. And Carlton now take their score to 11-11. 11-4 rather. North Melbourne 11-11. The Roos by 7 points.
Well, it's still not enough yet, though, because the time clock says under 7 minutes to play left in this third quarter, and still they trail by 7 points. North have played a very, very good quarter. But that might lift the Blues.
Six and a half minutes left in the third term. 7 points the difference. Madden taps down. Bradley again takes the hand pass. Oh, gee, that was almost a mark to Kernahan. Has he played it? Yes, he has. Well, a controversial one. Martin arguing the case, but I thought he held the ball long enough.
They paid the free kick, but he didn't pay the mark. He signalled that he was being held.
Yes, because it would have been questionable to grab. Like we said before, the umpiring has been pretty well spot on here today with Cameron and Saws. Kernahan from 35 out. Gets the goal. So Steve Kernahan gets his second goal of the afternoon. And Carlton's 12-4. North Melbourne 11-11.
Well, he's dangerous, Kernahan, when he gets front position. Getting in front of him. Martin Orton, he's not happy about it, Michael. You can see the amount of height. It just shows how tall that Steve Kernahan is when he's man on man. He's giving away a few inches there, Martin. He'll certainly make him earn every kick.
That was Kernahan's 31st goal of the year.
Centre of the ground. Who'll get it out this time? Oh, there's a free kick to North. No. German to half forward. Mark has been taken by Verbeek. And Carlton will drive it forward again. Simon Verbeek, a high one. Martin at the back. Oh, nearly a big mark to Kernahan. Here's a chance. Gleeson from 35 metres. Hooks it back in front of goal. Mark Roberts.
Free kick.
It's a free kick North's way, though, back at centre half back, and will go back here to Wayne Schwartz. So I wondered why those players had stopped in the square. And this is Schwartz kicking it to the members' side of the ground, looking for Crocker. Oh, well done. To punch it away from Crocker. Here's McMartin, though. It was Sexton who did the punching. Oh, Martin tries to boot it. Now gets in a hand pass. It was good play. Justin Skowitski to the half-forward line. Danger here for Carlton because little Anthony Rock's charging after it. He'll end up with this ball. Rock ridden into the ground, but the ball was spilled loose. Good umpiring to let it to call play on. At half-forward, Schwartz breaks away on the left foot. A booming kick up in front of goal. Longmire can't take the mark. Oh, good game of football this. Here's Pickering. A quick hand pass in front. In front of the North Melbourne goal. It was kicked away by Gleeson. Here's Peter Dean losing it to German. German trying to tap it on. He's got back up support McDonald. German again races in after he. Heavy passage of play. The Carlton players dive on top of it. And the umpire will throw it up. But good umpiring to see them let it go.
Yes, totally agree. Good, solid football. What the crowd loves to see. 1 point the difference. A top game. Just over 4 minutes left in the term. Ruckdale's even. Rock. A quick kick out of the pack. And you'll see Dean take the mark in front of Donald McDonald. And Peter Dilley's going to go across goal. Spotted Verbeek on his own. Verbeek will need to go long, and does. Space there on the wing. Gleeson and Schwartz. Gleeson, 2 attempts. Schwartz wins out. Goes with the hand pass to Larkin. Larkin on the edge of the square. Too far out to score. Beautiful delivery by Matthew Larkin. He spotted a couple of players. There was Longmire on his own. And he ducked back. But mark has been taken. Liam Pickering.
He ducked back, Pete.
He did duck back, Pete. In the goal square.
Isn't he a class player, Larkin? When he sprints clear, he's a real thinking player, Larkin.
Pickering. Hasn't played too many senior games this year. Comes in from about 48 metres. And maybe that's why he hasn't played too many games this year. Out of bounds on the full. And the Carlton supporters love it. A missed opportunity.
Should have really got that ball moving on quickly to his forwards.
Crocker is the man in front. Pickering again. This one comes off the side of the boot, but he'll put it down later on as a good pass because he's found Rock right at the 50-metre line.
Yeah, the ones when you get in the showers after the game, Pete, you say, remember that great pass I gave him in the third quarter.
Anthony Rock, kick number 17. And I think he too has missed. One behind, says the goal umpire. And those little things could be all important when the final siren rings here today. As you see the score, 78-76. Not too much in it. 2.5 minutes left in the term, and David Kernahan kicks in again.
Gallagher at the back. Hannah came flying over the top. It's a race out towards centre wing. Sexton versus Crocker. Oh, Crocker. And the umpires throw this up. Good umpiring. Early in the season, they were plucking free kicks out of those, weren't they, for holding the ball.
Close.
Oh, gee, it's been a better game since they've got rid of that stupid rule. Well, they haven't really got rid of it, but they're just using it a little bit more sensibly. There's Larkin punching it to the line, and well, I've sung his praises today, Matthew Larkin. He has been a very, very good player. He's had 10 and 8, so 18 possessions. Good captain's effort.
Peter German. He kicks the ball magnificently on the run. Few do it better. McDonald takes the dive. The umpire's not impressed. Dean pressures him. Nearly comes out with the ball. Reynolds gets tackled. And again in that mudhead, we'll see a ball up.
Been a good quarter by North, Pete, because they still lead. They lead by 2 points and they'll come home with the scoring in.
Madden up high. Phillips out of the pack towards midfield. They all overrun it. Fautier is the one that finally does best. Kernahan and Martin. Tarzan. Ball spills free again. Fautier tries to take position. Umpire Peter Cameron says we'll ball it up. So we've seen plenty of those this afternoon, but no technical free kicks in the pack, and I think we'd like to see that. 2 points the difference. Shaping up anyway as a thriller in the final term. Milhana, who started on the bench today. Across to Fautier. Phillips in front. Martin cattons into his opponent. Kernahan again. Kernahan prompt though. Martin is giving Peter Cameron a mouthful. It's not going to change the decision though.
Well, Kernahan's got the front position, and I think that was a free kick into his back. He can't ride a guy into the ground, and he's not happy, McMartin. I thought the earlier one was a little bit questionable, but I don't think there's any doubt about that one.
So Steve Kernahan, who's kicked 2 goals so far today, has averaged 2-2 during this year. The 31 for the year. He might have 32 for the year. He has. Kernahan gets his 3rd goal and Carlton's 13th. Great accuracy. 13-4, plays 11-12.
Well, Martin will be ruggable, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't advise any Carlton player to be in front going for a mark. I reckon you get a good whack behind the ear.
We've got about a second to play, I think, Pete, before the siren.
It's going to be a great last quarter.
So back into the centre, and in fact I was right. A second to play, and at 3/4 time. Well, on the scoreboard at least it should be a thriller in the last quarter. 13-4, 82 Carlton, North Melbourne, 11-12, 78. The final quarter at Princes Park, and it's Carlton leading by 4 points, but North Melbourne has the breeze in this final stanza. Madden and Gallagher. Been a great battle between those two in the ruck. New ball at the start of each quarter, and it gets kicked out towards the centre wing position. First goal is going to be vital here. Crocker gets ridden into the ground, and he'll take a free kick for in the back.
Oh, he's not hurt again. He's holding his head.
He got on a little bit too high.
He's had a lot of breaks over these.
Bad breaks, yeah. Took a couple of goals today, Crocker.
Been a good player.
Scholl's going to take the free kick. Had a quiet first quarter, Scholl, but came back into it after that. Crocker getting back on his feet, just looking at him through the glasses. He seems to be okay. Pickering applies the tackle on Doon. The ball spills free. Rock, a quick kick out of the pack. Kernahan at Longmire. Carlton will defend desperately here. Bradley looking for the free kick. Clarkson a little bit too slow to try to go for the hand pass, and the umpire says free kick. And it's going Carlton's way. Probably be taken by Bassett, or is it going to be Phillips? And it's going to be Bassett. He gets it away to Phillips. He kicks from a standing start to the half-back line. Marking contest, Crocker in front. They'll sock it out of the pack up towards the centre wing position now. Kernahan and Fairley. Hannah started on the bench today, Milhana. Hasn't really been in the play that much. Magnificent kick down towards full forward. Fautier, Ratton, Larkin applies the tackle. And North Melbourne defenders trying to close it up. Now it comes to Wayne Schwass. Schwass kicks from his own defensive 50-metre line up towards centre wing, and Gallagher.
Yes, beautiful kick that by Schwass on the left foot. Now Gallagher should kick it as far as he can. He's kicked it straight to a Carlton player. And it's a good mark in that half-back area by the beat. Now he's got Gleeson wide and loose. Adrian Gleeson kicks to the half-forward line off the side of the boot. Oh, good gutsy mark going back to the flight of the ball, and that's Chandler. Good strong mark. North Melbourne kicking the scoring in. They trail by 4 points. First couple of minutes vital. There's Sexton, couldn't take the mark. He's let Allison in. He sprints clear from 40 metres. Brett Allison chips in a goal, and North Melbourne lead by 2 points.
We haven't seen too much of Brett Allison. He spent, as you can see, most of the time on the bench, but North 12-12, 84, leading Carlton 13-4, 82.
And that all started with a very gutsy mark, running back with the flight of the ball by Jeff Chandler. He didn't know what was coming behind him. And, well, they got it out to that half-forward line, and Allison booted clear with pace. And a dirty first quarter, Brett Allison, but the fresh man on the scene.
Back into the centre. Allison's first goal. North Melbourne again in front in this thriller at Princes Park. Now the umpire says play on, and Schwass will do just that. Schwass out of the centre for North Melbourne. Kicks to half forward. Delina gets the front position. Could almost be holding the ball, Carl Delina. Carlton supporters looking for a free kick. Paddled away by Pickering. Scholl. Quick hand pass. Crocker, who seems okay after that heavy knock. Kick down to half forward. Bassett off the hands. Oh, Allison, can he get another one? He'll sock it off the ground and gets it. 2 goals to Allison in the last quarter. A little bit of luck associated with that one, but he put it through. 13-12 to 13-4. Yes,
and they're going to be hard to stop now, North Melbourne, because they're kicking down to that end, aided with the breeze, and what a master stroke by Wayne Schimmelbusch. They've taken Donald McDonald off, a big player who'd be pretty tired, brought on a speedy little player.
And he's kicked 2 goals.
And he's kicked 2. North Melbourne by 8 points. The big arms of Madden, but straight to Peter German. German a quick kick, but the mark has been taken by Verbeek at half-back. They need a steadying goal. Carlton, there's a chance. Fopia on the left foot, hooks it back in front of goal. Dorotic couldn't mark, but races in after it. Fairley's there also. He shuffles it out, Dorotic. But look at the pressure of the North Melbourne players. A wild kick off the ground, back in front of the Carlton goal. This is Chandler racing towards it. Fopia's there also. Larkin kicks it further afield. It's all Carlton players, though. Larkin tries to lay the tackle. Kernahan gets it to Fopia. Fopia to the pocket, but he's put it out on the full, so it'll be a North Melbourne penalty kick to be taken by Mark Roberts.
So Tory stands the mark. He's Carlton's leading goal kicker today with 4. Kick number 11 by Mark Roberts. Gallagher, Kernahan. 2 of the Flyers there in the centre of the pack. A quick kick comes out of it up towards centre wing. Scholl and Hannah race for the ball. Reynolds, well tackled. Hannah and Rock. And it's going to be a stalemate on the centre wing position. 21 minutes left in the match. Melbourne leading 13-12 to 13-4. So plenty of time for both sides to try to sew it up. Delina, Scholl off the ground with a short kick. Pickering, Reynolds tackle well by Crocker. Desperation from both sides.
Great tackling in that passage of play. Pete, right in front of our commentary box here, so we can see the players really throwing their bodies in.
And Peter Cameron will ball it up right on the centre wing position. Madden taps over the top. It's like a rugby scrum down there at the moment. No one's going anywhere. So he'll do it all again on the centre wing position. And both ruckmen missed that one. So again, he'll ball it up. And maybe Peter McKenna can get it away from the centre wing.
Peter Cameron, the experienced umpire, have to throw it up. Right on centre wing, Madden. It's been a great ruck, Jules. Madden versus Gallagher, former Carlton player, has tried very, very hard. Chandler sensibly goes to the line, as will Schwass try and do the same, and he eventually forces it over, and that was a sensible thing to do in that situation. Time clock showing 9 minutes and 40 seconds of play left in the final quarter. It's going to be difficult for Carlton. They trail by 8 points. The North really working hard. Here's Sexton kicking it to centre wing, and the mark has been taken by Chandler. Jeff Chandler, greatly improved player, had a couple of weeks ago had a spell in the reserves. Allison flew. Remember his great mark at the MCG. He tapped it on to German. That's a clever one to Delina. Delina breaks the tackle, sprints in the goal, puts it across the face. Oh, great mark, Longmire, tremendous mark. Well, he was out of position.
He called for it, and then to use one of your phrases, he ducked back and did it well.
Yes, and I don't think that was a pass. I think the Lehman had a shot at goal, to be quite honest. But he'll claim it as a pass after the game. John Longmire from directly in front has kicked one. He kicks. Oh, it might be across the face. Oh, bad miss.
He's missed a couple today in close.
Although it's not as easy as it looks from the up where we are. You can see in the background, look at those mud patches now. That's the footing the player has to kick from, and it is really, really difficult when you can't get a steady footing.
North Melbourne certainly more opportunities. 13-13 to 13-4. With the sun in his eyes, David Kernahan straight down the ground. At the back, Crocker had to sit. Gleeson off the ground. Kernahan punches clear of Fairley. Steele. Scholl. Over the top, back to Steele. Back to Scholl. Intended for Rock. Sexton to Glascott. Scholl again in there. Quick by Fadia, but Steele, magnificent interception. Kicks to half forward. But the kick in the end ill-directed. And Peter Dean does the tidying up work. Kernahan. David Kernahan's kick to Milhana in front. Madden palms it out beautifully to Sexton. Sexton's kick up towards the centre wing position. Tried for Kernahan, couldn't find him. Bradley.
Great play by Fairley, that was. Putting body in front and forced the free kick.
Ian Fairley. He's been spectacular himself. He's done a good job down there in defence. This is Brett Rapp from the edge of the centre square. Verbeek in position and marks. Wants to keep it moving quickly if he can. Not this time. Mark Roberts, strong in defence, has taken the mark.
Yes, he looks a much better player too, Mark Roberts, up in the back line. It's a good foil there for Mick Martin. They play a similar style of game. Roberts to Brett Allison. Oh, he went too early. Tried to be a little bit too spectacular. That's Phillips to the pocket. Roberts. Oh, that's a free kick holding him, and he punched it away and then was held. But not paid that time. A bit unlucky there not to get a free.
Yes, I agree.
We saw one earlier where Bradley punched away and got a free kick for the same thing. 13-4 to 13-13. Half forward line for Carlton. It's a loose ball. Oh, it's thrown up, was it? Yes, a scoop against Steele. So a chance for the Blues. They trail by 9 points as Gleeson kicks it up in front of goal. Players pushing and shoving. And it's tapped over the line by Fairley, who has been a great player for North. Not a lot of possessions, but he's had the job on Kernahan and Dorotich, and he's done it well as we see a little bit of a dust-up. Chandler's involved, and Tarzan, he likes a bit of a dust-up Tarzan at times. There's a kick by Kernahan. Up in front, Roberts should shock it off the ground. He does, and it just bounces before the line in front of the Carlton Social Club.
16 minutes left in the match. Blues need a couple of goals. Kernahan and Fairley. Kernahan at the back, tried for Glascott, couldn't find him. Oh, there's got to be a free kick.
Was that dangerous?
Well, the umpire's paid the advantage rule. Reynolds nearly. Gallagher. Rock. Nearly runs into his teammate, but well done, Anthony Rock, and well shepherded. Rock kicks up towards the centre wing position. No mark paid to Pickering. Umpire calls play on. Sturitsky paddles the ball in front of him, and the Blues tied up.
It's funny to hear the crowd appealing for a free kick there. That was terrific play by Gallagher. He threw his hip and his shoulder into the Carlton player, and he wasn't holding, he just held him out with his body, which was tremendous play.
Fotia, a fresh air shot. Reminiscent of some of my performances at Yarra Bend. Not too recently, I hasten to add. So another bounce. 15 minutes left in the match. 13-4, plays 13-13. Scholl tries to kick it off the ground. German not going anywhere. Fotia scoops the ball over the top. David Glascott on the end of that hand pass, kicks into space at half forward. The ball will probably stop when it hits the mud. Socked away by Roberts, and he'll do the same again. The centre of the ground is a lot firmer. Delina and DeRui. Roberts again. Looking for someone to give it to. You'll have to be quick. Caught with the ball. That is tough.
I thought he was legged too.
So DeRuy to take the free kick, left centre wing for Carlton.
A little bit stiff there. He was really making the attempt, Mark Roberts. DeRuy looking for Kernahan. There was that a push out. No, I think he stayed there. Here's a chance. Phillips to Gleeson. Gleeson put off balance as he kicked. Larkin goes down to mop up. Matty Larkin, plenty of time. No Carlton players in the near vicinity. Nice hand pass. This is Alistair Clarkson to centre wing. Beautiful kick, and he's found Scholl. He's been a great player since going to the wing. He's really lifted them. It was probably the best move of the day when they put Scholl out there. Here's Longmire, pushing and shoving. Couldn't take the mark. Carlton get it out of defence through Reynolds. The mark is taken by Ratton. Ratton, oh, shocking kick. It's let North Melbourne in. Galena does the shepherding. Larkin takes it away with class. Larkin to Rock, and Rock should mark this, and he does it half forward, and he was legged. So it was a mark and a free kick all in one there. Now you have to kick from 46 or 47 metres, so distance of doubt because it's pretty sticky. Look at that bluey patch there. So not an easy kick coming up to the little rover, but gee, he's been good. He's got into the packs and he's tackled, and he's a tough little fella. He's kicked 2 goals as well, and that's not a bad looking kick for his third. Was it touched right on the one? And the only man on the ground who could have touched that ball was Justin Madden, and he was standing there right, and that was a vital touch too. 13-14 to 13-4, so still the Roos lead by 10 points. But Carlton finding it difficult to score goals up the other end.
You can't see them scoring too many either, can you, at the moment? Sexton over the top of Staritsky. He's a right half back. Handles the target on centre wing. Edges out his opponent. Push out, says the umpire. Free kick North Melbourne. Shoulder take it.
Hasn't been done well.
After quarter time. Scholl's kick is a high one. Madden punches clear. Pickering off the ground. Madden gives the hand pass away. Reynolds get cannoned into by Crocker. And for a high tackle, he'll take the free kick. Reynolds in the back pocket. Time running out for Carlton. 12 1/4 minutes they've got left. Two number 6s, Doherty and Fairley. Bradley it was. Kick up towards centre wing. Clarkson, Phillips off the ground. Ratton, Gleeson, clear of Schwass. He'll have to be quick. He's not clear anymore. Backup support for North Melbourne comes from Steele, who farms out the hand pass. Glascott gets it back only to see Bassett on the end of it, and an excellent pass. Now can Carlton get going here?
Oh.
Kick up to half forward, full forward.
What a good mark.
Comes to Chandler.
Jeff Chandler, tremendous mark.
Larkin. Kicks out to half back line. There he is again. Scholl. Drag off it by Hannah. Delina too high surely. And much to the displeasure of Carlton supporters in that section of the ground, Carl Delina takes the free kick.
Yeah, he's had a pretty quiet day, Carl Delina.
Started well.
He did. But those marks taken by Chandler, they're the sort of thing that marks that win games for you. That's twice he's gone back and taken pressure marks in this last quarter, Jeff Chandler. Madden versus Gallagher. He really enjoyed that. Oh, look at Gallagher with a big left hand. Oh, Crocker went in very, very hard. It had to be a free kick because he cannoned straight into Phillips. And Bradley and Clarkson. And Clarkson's done pretty well on Bradley. Bradley, unbelievable in the first half. Here's Madden taking a great mark at half forward. He wants to give a hand pass. He does to Tarzan. Tarzan hooks it back in front of goal. Here's a chance for the Blues. A pack of players will fight for this one. Here's Larkin again. The centre of the ground. German and Allison will try and combine. Oh, big punch away was by Brett Allison to centre wing. Anthony Rocker's there, but the Carlton player beat him to it. It's David Glascott. Oh, kick straight into the man coming towards him. Staritsky. Crocker punches it on. Now Pickering looking for Rock. It's shuffled out. Carlton. Sexton. Oh, they're harassing them, North Melbourne. Good play. This is Staritsky. Over the top is Larkin. Danger here for the Blues because Larkin kicks clear and looks for Longmire. Longmire front position. Punched away by Kernahan. Here's Reynolds. the quick kick. He's having a ball here, Matthew Larkin. And look at the kick, a 65-metre kick. Over the back is Crocker. He couldn't grab onto it. Oh, he grabs it again. Terrific play, Crocker. Here's Longmire trying to get in a hand pass. Brett Allison kicks a goal across the face and bounces it over the line. So they're throwing next to that behind post with North Melbourne leading by 10 points.
With 9 minutes remaining, 9.25 minutes in the match. So if North gets a goal here, Carlton's job, well, it's going to be pretty hard. It's Rock, snapshot. Oh, one behind. It really must have been so very close. The goal umpire, I think, measured his decision before he put up the one finger.
Rock, 22 kicks on one hand pass, but gee, every kick he gets is a hard-earned ball, isn't it, Pete?
13-4 to 13-15 it is. 11 points, 2 straight kicks would win it for Carlton. Madden and Gallagher, and what a battle that's been, as Pete mentioned. Gleeson's quick kick up towards midfield. Again, it's a North Melbourne ball. Mark Roberts. Staritsky, plenty of room to move left half forward. He's got in short, the pass is okay, and Rock again. The through cut brigade down there. Kicks at goal. Might even be a goal. Oh, touched right on the line again. So Rock is robbed by millimetres, I'd suggest.
A handy one though, because that makes the margin exactly 2 goals.
Blues need 2 goals to draw, therefore. Madden and Gallagher once more. Neither can take the mark. It's a North Melbourne one though through Wayne Schwass. He kicks out towards the half or full forward position, and Reynolds sees the ball safely over the boundary line with a good strong punch.
He should really have tried to mark that because he was in perfect position, and they don't want it out of bounds at this stage, but they need possession.
He didn't, I guess, know he was clear.
No, that's true.
But if North gets another point, Carlton's going to need 3 goals to win it. That might be difficult. Phillips's quick kick comes up towards the 50-metre line. A marking contest. None played. Dorotic goes off the ground. Could have been dangerous. Fotier. Maybe they can build on this. Bradley, Gleeson, 2 of their best players. Who have they got down there that's tall? Roberts punches the ball clear. Kernahan spins around. Can he get goal number 3? It's going close. Not close enough. Mark taken by Chandler. And Roberts. Ooh. And there was a free kick.
A bit tough.
Roberts can't believe it. Rowan Saws said there's the mark. What did you think?
Well,
too far away?
It's a little bit tough. It was paid for the throw, and he attempted the hand pass.
Ben Hawker's stats.
Gee, that could be vital in the context of this game.
He got a lot of those possessions in the first quarter, Ben Hawker. He had a stint on the bench. 40 metres out. I think he's missed. They're 1 behind. Now 2 straight kicks for goal can win it for Carlton. They've only got a few minutes left to get them.
Well, they've had a bit of luck, Carlton. 2 shots by North have been touched right on the goal line down the other end. This is Matty Larkin kicking long. That's the way to play it at this stage of the game. A 70-metre kick. 2 players are fighting behind the play. Barui was one of them and Pickering was the other. Carlton go forward to Ratton. They're fighting hard, the Blues. They'll absolutely pinch this if they win it. To half forward, Kernahan at the back. Here's Hawker. He's going to hook it back in front of goal. A chance for the Blues here as Dorotic comes from the back. North, great hand pass to Larkin. Gallagher kicks it clear. The centre wing, the race is on. Anthony Rock, beaten for it by Reynolds. Reynolds to Hannah. Can he control a good tackle on Hannah? Here's Scholl. Can't get his boot to it. Goes in again. Reynolds, well played. Oh, a beautiful smother this by Chandler. Geez, a great game of football to watch.
Under 6 minutes left. The Blues need 2 quick goals to pinch the match. Can they do it? Gallagher gets front position. Taps down. Sharp by Phillips. Oh, cop one high. Umpire says play on. Ratton tried for Fotier. Bad hand pass. And North will be able to get clear. Larkin. Staritsky. And then the mark taken by Crocker. He copped a pretty nasty knock in the 3rd quarter. He recovered well. Longmire, who hasn't had his right kicking boots on today, gets harassed. Rock, that could be the winning goal if it's there. It's one behind.
Again, a handy one, Pete, because the margin's now 2 straight goals.
So maybe a draw is the best Carlton could hope for. Just under 5 minutes left in this match. We thought Carlton was going to run away with it when they kicked 7-2 to 1-3 in the first quarter. Bassett will do the kicking in this time. Not a long kick. Gallagher, push out, says the umpire. Free kick Carlton. It's going to be taken by Justin Madden. Madden inside his own defensive 50-metre line. Kicks to, or hand passes to Glasgow. Kernahan at the back. Still inside the square. Malcolm Blight distance here at Prince's Park. Will he go the torpedo? No, he won't. He's got Dorotic on a lead and Dorotic marks.
Well, don't tell me Carlton are going to get up and pinch this. Though if he kicks this, it'll only be a goal down. And North have been the better side since quarter time. No doubt in the world about that. If you look at the scoring shots, 13-17 to 13-5. I think that says something.
It does.
But
4 1/4 minutes left, so there's plenty of time if Dorotic can kick this goal. Getting a footing's going to be the problem, Pete, too.
Well, no, the patch he's going to kick from not too bad there. It's a very green area, so he's got the better part up there on that forward line. There's a kick, Dorotic, and it's a goal. 6 points the margin, North lead.
3 goals to John Dorotic, 14-5. Carlton, North Melbourne, 13-17.
Well, they've been waiting for Kernahan to take marks. He took a good mark and, well, he kicked it clear. And Dorotic running back with the fight, a desperate attempt, and took a good mark. And now it's going to be on at this centre throw-up. Peter Cameron about to throw it up. It's going to be on for young and old now with 3.5 minutes of play left. Peter Cameron bounces. Justin Madden captured the ground, players charging after the chance for Carlton to come out with it. Verbeek took Lascott. Oh, North going in hard on the Carlton player who's lost part of his pants there. A great camera shot at Gleeson's backside as the ball's thrown up. Gallagher versus Madden. Madden's big fist. Oh, Larkin's been terrific when the pressure's been applied. There's Dean. Oh, he's punched it away, but it's allowed his opponent Crocker to come in and grab it. He can give it to Allison. Oh, he's ignored him, and he's gone long. Oh, he only had to chip pass it across to Brett Allison on his own. Could be costly. This is Reynolds. Reynolds to the half-back line. With time clock ticking down. Phillips close to the line. He's lying on top of it. Oh, he was a lucky man to get away with that.
Yes, very lucky. We've seen that played before this year, haven't we? 2 3/4 minutes left. North Melbourne by a goal. 14-5 to 13-17. Gallagher punches over the boundary line, suiting his side admirably. And so another throw-in to take place. And the Blues get the goal that they need. 89 to 95. A goal would tie it up. Gallagher taps down again. Rock. To Crocker. Into the forward pocket. Free kick Carlton, out of bounds on the full. Bassett to take it. Time running out for the Blues. You'll have to get it moving quickly. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this match. Madden at the back, tried to tap on. Phillips takes the hand pass. Now a chance for Verbeek. Verbeek at right centre wing. You've got to make something out of this. Kernahan had to beat 3 of them. Martin goes for the boundary line with the educated kick. The ball's not going to quite make it. Larkin puts the body in. Hannah's down there as well for Carlton. No free kicks. They're pretty hard to earn. 1:43 left.
What's that? A goal of margin. And North probably deserved to win, but they're just hanging on by the skin of their teeth at the moment as the ball is thrown up by Peter Cameron. Players went early, Kernahan being one of them, and that was good play by Chandler to punch it to the line. The North players on that back line will be desperately trying to man up. 1 minute and 20 seconds of play left, and Carlton need a goal to tie up the scores. There's a big fist away. Oh, great tackle on the Carlton player, Tarzan, and there is a Bradley at the bottom. Let's have a look when he gets up. It's Tarzan. Again, Peter Cameron throws the ball up. Punched away by Mick Martin, but straight to Hannah. Hannah hooks it back to half forward. Dorotic in front, slips over. And a great slips catch taken by Feely. What a good mark that was.
Well, that was the one that Carlton had to take. fairly. Less than a minute remaining now. So the Blues have got to take a mark here and get it back quickly. Madden punches the ball to ground. Staritsky trying to gain possession, and I think he's done just as well as the ball is over the boundary line next to the interchange area. Half a minute to go. So I think time's beaten Carlton. Gallagher and Madden again. Staritsky. A quick kick goes to the boundary line, and that will just about do it, I think, for North Melbourne.
They'll take a miracle now. They've got 18 seconds to get the ball from centre wing to the goal square and tie up the scores.
I don't think they can do that, Pete. Madden taps down again. And North Melbourne closing it up. And that scrum will do it. And there's the siren. North has won a thriller at Princes Park by only 6 points. The final scores: North Melbourne 13-17, 95, defeating Carlton 14-5, 89. A top game of football. Carlton got the break in the first quarter. They kicked 7-2 to 1-3, but North replied with 7-7 to 1-1 in the second term to lead by 7 points at half-time. And after quarter time, probably Pete were the better side.
Yes, they certainly were. They deserved the win, and they had a little bit of bad luck, the ball being touched on the line. But to give a 6 or 7 goal start at quarter time and then to come back the way they did proved they've got plenty of heart and spirit. There's Donald McDonald congratulating his teammates and the dejected Carlton bunch coming off the ground. Larkin played well. They took Bradley out of it, didn't he? Oh, yeah. A couple of goals. They're home.